So, as everybody already know, Floyd Schofield Jr., also known as Kid Austin, he's pulled out of the Shakur Stevenson fight. It's a whole lot of controversy behind that. I'm not gonna really get into that, but this is my last minute prediction for the replacement fight with a guy going by the name of Josh Padley. Okay, it was supposed to be between two other. It was supposed to be the Josh Padley, and it was another dude. I forgot his name. He was a Moroccan. Made a video about it. That was who was supposed to be one of the options, and the other guy uh, is a little bigger of a puncher, and but he seems very slow. The other dude that they didn't pick, this Pally dude, he's like he doesn't really have the pop, but he's faster and he's more awkward. Now, this is the first fight that's changed on this fight card, man. The other one I just made a prediction. Uh, Martin Bakoli's replaced Dame Dubois in the fight against Joseph Parker, and then Floyd Schofield, same thing. Kid Austin replaced by Josh Padley against Shakur Stevenson. So the two things that's important to note here with when these things happen is a lot of times these fighters they train for whoever they're supposed to fight. And then if they get a last minute replacement, sometimes things can go different for them, man. So that's always a concern, especially with the heavyweights and stuff. But even in this fight, that could be a concern for Shakur Stevenson, man. But ultimately, let's get into it though. Let's get into the tail of the tape. So we got Shakur Stevenson, man, he stands at 22 wins, no losses, 10 wins by knockout. He's has a 45% knockout ratio. He's 27 years old, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. So, yeah, we know already. Shakur Stevenson is he's not a knockout artist. He's not a very big puncher. Very defensive-minded fighter. He's criticized a lot for his defensive style. He even get criticized for not being able to have a big punch. But he told everybody he's gonna fight the way he fight. That's him. That's Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're gonna get. That's what he does. And to me, he's an exciting fighter. I don't know, with certain fighters, he's an exciting fighter. When he decides to step on the gas, it doesn't matter if he got power or not. I don't think he's afraid to fight power punches because he's faced power punches. He admits he just doesn't like to get hit. Nobody likes to get hit. And we know this is boxing. You're going to get hit anyway. Just because he don't like to get hit means he's never been hit. So, yeah. He's a very, he's a master at controlling distance. He's one of the best I've seen do it so far. He doesn't really move his head much, if at all. His way of getting out of punches sometimes dipping down and just like jumping straight back. That's pretty much how Shakur Stevenson, and that's how he evades punches, and he also has very good reflexes. So he sees things before he knows where they gonna land. He says this. He said, "Man, I got the eyes." And if you watch him fight, he see things before it happens, bro. Almost similar to the way Floyd Mayweather was. They almost have the same type of caddy-like reflexes in that ring. It's remarkable to watch, actually. But he has decent speed. He isn't the quickest, but he has decent speed. I think his power is underrated. But hey, it is what it is. Good counter puncher as well. And then you got this other guy he's fighting, Josh Padley, okay? Nobody's ever heard of him, at least over here. I don't know. Who is this dude? But, he's a last-minute replacement. 15 wins, no losses, 4 wins by knockout. So he definitely is not a big puncher. 26% knockout ratio, 29 years old. So he is not a big puncher at all. So Shakur Stevenson shouldn't have to worry about power getting knocked out in this fight. But the dude, he has dropped. I watched a couple of his fights. he has I forgot the dude he was fighting, the last dude. He did manage to drop that dude. It was a guy with a strange name. I said, okay, who's going to be one of the Shakur's opponents? So I looked up the two dudes and see how they fighting style was. Especially this Padley dude, very awkward, uh, decent pressure. He's not a big puncher, but he's not really like a outboxer either. So that's kind of good for Shakur because Shakur don't got to find him. Um, Defense is not really that good either on this guy. All right, he's a United Kingdom guy, 29 years old. Uh, he's a pretty much he is he. You get what you get with him. He's an okay fighter, I guess. 15 no losses. And who has he been fighting? He's been fighting dudes with a record of 5-81, 2-53, 12-61, 11-28. How do you fight somebody with a 5 wins and 81 losses? That is ridiculous, bro. That's not experience, man. That's not getting good. That's not good rec, bro. If you look back at Shakur Stevenson's resume, you would see he even like his first fights, he's never fought somebody with a lopsided record like that. So he's always had a good, steady, healthy diet of fighters, man. Some of them weren't as well known, but they go back and look at the records of some of his past opponents, like when he was like his first 3 to 5 or 6 fights. There's nobody on his record that has 16 wins, 37 losses, or 2 wins and 53 losses. That's ridiculous, man. How do you gain experience fighting people like that? How do you get better fighting those kind of people, man? So, with that being said, man, this dude has nothing and absolutely nothing for Shakur Stevenson, man. I think Shakur should beat this kid with his eyes closed. He's too wide open. He throws a lot of weird, loopy shots. Shakur's gonna pick him apart and counter him all night. Might even stop this dude. Might even stop him. I would put some money on the knockout. Yeah, I would put some money on the knockout. This dude kind of fights like Yoshino a little bit, but Yoshino had more power. Real weird fighter, man. You know what I mean? But as I said earlier, you train for who you train for. If you're a master boxer, you can adjust anyway. Even if it's a last minute opponent, you should be able to adjust to that. But this, he could have his moments in this fight, this Josh dude. But I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. But listen, this is boxing. I keep telling y'all all the time, never count the underdog out. Never, ever count the underdog out. Regardless if it's your favorite fighter or not. You never count them out, especially if you betting. You never do it. But I got Shakur Stevenson, man. I think he's gonna stop this dude. I think it's gonna be a stoppage win. So I just don't think he's gonna get picked apart there. I got Shakur Stevenson stopping Josh Padley, round number 7, man. I'm gonna get it 7 rounds, man. And then secondarily, decision for Shakur Stevenson, unanimous. But I see a stoppage. Let me know what you think. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all on the next one, and I'm off this.